Hi, Sandra. Thank you so much for meeting and being with me today. It's so great to have you from Tech Brazil Advocates. So, welcome. I really would like to take the time today just to go through and understand more about Tech Brazil Advocates and the Brazilian markets, because it's really helpful for everyone to understand across the globe what is so great about Brazil. And I'd love to hear first the story of how you decided to start Tech Brazil Advocates and what was the idea behind it.
Yes, I knew tech advocates from London, where I opened my second company, and then I was astonished and impressed by the fact that Brazil was not represented in your ecosystem. And Brazil is a huge country with a big ecosystem, big players, and lots of unicorns. And the ecosystem is growing and improving every year more. And so I was thinking about how to do it because in order to found Tech Brazil Advocates, it's not only to found it, but to have all the community together with you.
Yeah.
And so I met in an event, I met Henry
Yeah.
Suzuki, which is a globetrotter of communities
Yeah.
in tech. So I asked him, I presented him the tech advocates and asked him if he could be together with me and we both could maybe go together. We didn't know each other, loved the idea, talked with Russ and then we started. And by starting this, we decided to move very, very slowly at the beginning,
Mhm.
in order not to become one more community, but a community that is different. So made by people, not companies, and involving different players from the ecosystem. So professors, scientists, tech savvy persons, entrepreneurs, um, th- think tanks, and
Yes.
different people from everywhere. And taking advantage of the connections that Henry had because he was always traveling around Brazil in order to talk about his representation, which is a platform for intellectual
Property. Yes.
property. Yes, and so we started by doing this and planning the launch of an event which Russ attended in São Paulo in an art gallery inside a very cozy neighborhood. And for us, it was also a surprise that around 100 people came. And then we did also an event in the British consulate in São Paulo. And the Secretary of Science and Technology of the States of São Paulo came also. So we invited a lot of people. Everybody came. And it was very, very good, the kickoff.
And there was also over 100 people online because I was online as well.
Yes, yes, yes,
Same
yes,
time.
yes. Also,
You
we
had a
did
lot
it
of people.
online and offline, yes. And it was amazing because by doing this, we started by connecting with the people in order to invite them to join the network. After doing this, we established one goal to map the Brazilian ecosystem and have it by having it mapped and connected. We were going to go from level one, the mapping, and then go to the level two, which was to connect without bureaucracy,
Mhm.
all the players. We are not here, we are not talking about startups, but we are talking about the key players in the ecosystem, like universities, research centers, intellectual property, whatever, no,
Yeah.
etc. And so the press, the specialized press, etc. So we started by doing this and started to form the local hubs of Tech Brazil advocates in several cities. So in one year, we had 109 local hubs with two co-leaders at least, each
Wow.
one woman, one man. This is mandatory. And then at least eight people connecting and working together in order to do the mapping.
Wow. Okay. So
Yes,
I
and
did hear that you started with about 600 founding members as well.
yes, yes. We started with this amount of people. And nowadays we do have 1,200 or 300 people
Wow. Okay.
connected. And in order to keep the momentum, we started to build up newsletters, monthly newsletters, uh, every 15 days, one webinar about different things
Yeah.
related. So every month we have at least two webinars in with different aspects of technology, innovation, public policies, secretaries of state, the vice minister of environment to talk about technology applications, etc. And several people that are very well known, but also people that are not so well known from small cities around Brazil.
Wow. So that's
But
good. You're bringing out, showcasing their work.
they're showcasing. And so it was very interesting because cities that are very small, they have some labs that are really amazing, impressive, with lots of dollars of investments, and nobody knows it. And so we gave voice to these people.
Excellent.
And now, well, we established also a board with now we have 5 members in the board. I'm the president of the board, and we are deciding the strategies for the next 5 years. And in order to keep the involvement with the all the people, and also we have now a platform to connect everybody in the through this platform. This platform is called Clubs, and it was developed by an Argentinian that is living
Okay.
in Madrid.
Yes.
And he developed a he's a specialist in communities.
Hmm.
And it was very important because he gave this platform for free to
Wow.
Tech Brazil advocates. And now we're deciding what will be the business model because we are now in a way to decide, well, are we going to found NGO? Are we going to found a company, or what are we going to do? So
Yeah.
this is a discussion on the way.
So it'd be great to see the clubs um, in action as well, because that's something useful when you're bringing the communities together online. So I know at
Yes,
the
in
moment we
this
use LinkedIn across the globe, so it'd be useful to see how clubs works within
This
Brazil.
is very different because by using this platform, you can connect with LinkedIn also, and you can also see the interactiveness of everybody in the network. So you can see the hubs that are not working going very well, then you can push them and you can help them, and see the ones that are very proactive, and then make them teach the others. And
Yeah,
so
to mentor the others.
yes,
Excellent.
mentor. Yeah.
So how can people join and what do they get from it when they join the Tech Brazil Advocates?
Nowadays, they only have the pleasure and the energy to be connected. And
Mm.
they connect in order to do business, they connect in order to establish common programs or work together in an idea. Like, for example, now we have a sample of a pact, a national pact that you can use to um, sign up in your city, a small city, an
Mhm.
innovation pact to involve the mayor, the university, the students, then the startups and the hubs of the innovation hubs.
Mhm.
So all this is gives you this material gives you the skeleton and the
Blueprint, the
annual
blueprint. Yeah.
yes, the blue of how to improve and create an innovation pact in each
Excellent.
city. So we're doing that now.
Excellent. So you're trying to standardize the way everything works and
Yes.
connect together. So that's really excellent to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
And that everyone is willing to move forward. So you're properly trying to grow the tech ecosystem
Yes,
in
yes.
a practical way. So, what I'd love to hear then from you, because it's really great to hear the work that you're doing, is from an outside Brazil looking into Brazil viewpoint. So, why would you say Brazil market is so attractive for everyone outside Brazil to enter into Brazil?
Well, from outside Brazil, coming to Brazil, it's the market is huge,
Mm.
and people here they use internet and technology all day long. Even the beggars, I was saying to you, the beggars they use some system called Pix here
Yeah.
in Brazil that you can give them a tip by just having a QR code in the street, and then you give them the money and instantly. So everybody uses the electronic banks here, and so it's amazing. From one side, you have people that are even very poor people that use banks. So
Hmm.
you have the movement of the money in a very fast way. No?
Wow. Okay. So
And
everyone, there's a high bank. So people that are on bank, so on ramp as we call it, they are actually a high
yes,
number.
even if I think 30% they don't have bank accounts, but if you consider a country with 225 million
Million. Yeah.
inhabitants,
Yeah.
so you see the size of this
Yeah.
market. And another thing that is amazing is that in this country, there's a lot of things to do, lot of things to do in the infrastructure. In you need to renovate a lot of things in the banking system. I would say that's tough because we are very, very good in banking system, but in deep tech, in health tech, in I don't know, smart cities, there
Yeah.
are lots of things that you where you have lots of opportunities. But the difficulty is most of people don't speak English.
Hmm.
They don't trust foreigners.
Okay.
So you need to be careful and
Yeah.
uh, really establish a close relationship with someone that you trust. And it's a local person. So,
Mm.
like doing business everywhere. So, if you have a trustable person to work for with, you succeed in a better way,
People
right?
buy from people they trust. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then, and it takes a little bit to close the first deal, but when you get it, the growing is amazing. It's
Oh,
amazing.
okay. So
So we
once
did it.
once you penetrate the market, it's easy then to
Yes,
go and
yes, but it takes longer because it's a big, big market, and you have so many differences between the northern part, the northeast part, the south, the southeast, and the east part. So it's like talking to, I don't know, six countries in one
wow.
country only that only speaks Portuguese. And then you have Latin America, no, with the Spanish-speaking countries
Yes.
that have cultures, different cultures everywhere, and then you need to respect that, and you need to understand their behavior. So uh, you need to have a local person to help you. I did several works for companies like Waze, Google, Xiaomi, many others, more than 400,
Wow.
and along these years. And one thing that I truly believe is that when the foreigner comes to this region, he needs to build up a really transparent relationship and a very to have to trust this person, that this
Mm.
person is telling you the truth. So
Yeah.
it's not the way you do business in your country that will necessarily work. And
Hmm.
you need to pay attention on that and be calm, uh, because it pays a lot after some time. Sometimes,
Really? Okay.
yes, yes,
That's a really important cultural point
yes.
to really note.
Very, very important. Yes.
And it's important to work with someone like yourself to be able to help navigate that. I think that's really key.
Yeah.
And to understand then the way to work with the authorities, the language barriers,
Yes.
the tax, the accountants, the law, and all the different states, right? Because you're different states,
Yeah.
like you say, different country. It feels
And the
like
interpretation of the facts, no?
yeah,
Because sometimes you have, I work for different countries, supporting different companies that I represent here in Brazil from different cultures, like British culture, Indian culture, Argentinian, Chilean, etc. And it's sometimes the British or the I don't know the Indian they have are always in a hurry. They want to
yeah,
close years, etc., etc., etc. But it doesn't work that way here. It's you need to pay attention, invest a little bit. It's not the same investment that you're going to have to do in different countries where things go faster. Maybe you're going to invest a little bit more, but
yeah.
it will pay back.
So when you say a little bit more, how much time if a new company was coming to you to internationalize into Brazil from Europe, let's say, what advice would you give them in terms of how long they should take to invest that time before they feel like they're going to really feel they've got a first win that means that they've entered
Yes,
this
I
market?
think, well, first of all, they need to do a market research
Yeah,
because just coming and
exactly.
thinking that nothing is here, it's a wrong and a big mistake. And after that, you're gonna have to have a patience of about 3, 4 years.
Really,
Uh,
that many?
yes, three,
Okay,
4 years, and then the first deal maybe in 1 year, 1.5 years or two. But then when you start and you decide that the model, the adaptation of the model, etc., etc., then it moves faster. If the first goes well, then you gain trust from the market, and then you move forward.
wow. So you've mentioned that there are many unicorns within Brazil, and there's businesses that are quite well known across the globe, like Revolut as a fintech that's come into Brazilian market. So you would say that they've taken, I mean, that's like a B2C business. So
Yes,
how would it work that way?
Revolut is
Yeah.
yes, Revolut is coming in a very tough market, well occupied by several players.
Hmm.
And so it's a totally different way of doing things. No? He will need probably to invest a lot of money and or a lot in partnerships and
Yeah.
strategic partnerships. No? Uh, and there are many, many more other discovery in Brazil nowadays in fintech, and thinking that it's nothing here is blue ocean. No, it's not that the case in this case. But if you're looking at deep tech or health tech, clean, smart cities, and others, then you can see that there's a lot of things to do, and you have a blue ocean.
Yes, there's
So,
opportunity and
yeah.
therefore high growth.
Yes,
And you were
even in
saying
agri-tech,
in
even in
agritech, yeah,
agri-tech,
that makes
we
sense.
are very good in agri-tech,
Yeah.
but even in agri-tech, there's space.
Wow. Okay. So that's really excellent to hear. So that and the sectors that are attractive to Brazil, I think that's really important to understand. So
Mhm.
I just wondered then if you could also share some milestones or memorable experiences where you run in Tech Brazil Advocates, you've managed to connect in with other parts of the Global Tech Advocate Network, all of them behind me that you can see, because it would be really great to understand how you've already made those connections and collaborations and give a couple of examples of those.
Yes, by being in the Global Tech Advocates representing Brazil, it's very easy to connect with the high-profile advocates
Mhm.
that are playing their roles in different levels and sizes of companies all over the world. So we started by connecting with, I think, Saudi Arabia, no, India,
India.
first of all.
Yeah.
And then, because India has a strong connection because of BRICS. with
Okay.
our country. And most of people here in Brazil, they really don't know the scene, the ecosystem in India.
Hmm.
And so it's really important to bring this information, high level information to them. It was very good. And Saudi Arabia is, nobody knows nothing about Saudi Arabia here. No? They know some things, etc., but they don't know in deep how's the ecosystem evolving there.
Hmm.
So it was really amazing to have a webinar with the Saudis, and we are going to connect more and more with them. Even they started to connect with other techs here in Brazil in order to do and explore business opportunities. We're now having another webinar with Colombia. We did a webinar about Brazil in Colombia, and now we are inviting Colombia to showcase their ecosystem to us, because it's also a very important ecosystem that is growing very fast here in Latin America. And the
Excellent.
next one will be Mexico.
Yes.
And maybe we're going to explore Peru and Argentina, but
Excellent.
we don't know yet, because we're waiting for the movements in the governments, etc.
Yes. That's the other thing that people want to understand also, the stability in terms of the economic and geopolitical and
Though
local
there's no
government.
stability in Latin
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, and the
This is,
local government. Yes, so
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's the thing where it's important to have the boots on the ground support from yourself and the rest of your
yeah.
101 groups, let's just say, to help with understanding that. And I think that's the power of the GTA community and the Tech Brazil advocates structure that you've put in place. That's a really great model. How is GTA and Tech Brazil advocates helping shape the future of the tech ecosystem? Because I know you've got a
I think.
structure in place, but what is your wish for it, and how does it? Where do you see it
Yes,
going?
by connecting all the Brazilian players of the here in the ecosystem together as people, no?
Mm.
Connecting these people, we see that there is a strong confidence about to interact every day more. They were very, very separate, not connected. And
Hmm.
I was talking to a Secretary of State the other day, and he was telling me that this is really important to connect the ecosystems, but without borders, in order
Yes.
to make the ecosystem stronger. And so we're talking to people from Manaus, from the northern part in the Amazon,
Wow.
cities that are in the Amazon jungle, and that have
Tech. I have tech.
yes, they have tech, and they are developing hubs, innovation hubs, and exploring researches with seeds, with lots of social impact projects, et cetera, by using tech, and connecting them with São Paulo, with Rio de Janeiro, with the northern part of northeast part of Brazil, and these connections by uh, increasing the approach without bureaucracy, without impediments, without problems.
Without
Makes
ego
it
as well,
easier.
right? Without ego as well. So you're
Yeah,
trying
yeah, 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 yeah.
a
And
common
so,
purpose. Yeah.
yes, and then nowadays what we see is that the local hubs, they're connecting to each other. And so we see in the southern part of Brazil, common projects that are being built together with two, three cities that didn't talk to each other beforehand. And so tech was one of the main connectors of these two or three ecosystems. It's amazing. Today I saw a
Amazing. I
new.
think a lot of other countries can learn from that, including England. So I think the question then is the fact that that's the what, right? We're actually able to connect up parts of Brazil that haven't connected before. So the question then is the so what? What do you feel is the impact that you think we will gain from all of this and you're aiming to gain from all of this?
Me as a person or me as Tech Brazil
Eh,
advocate?
Tech Brazil advocates and yourself, because there's an element of the dream, right? Your wish for it to all
For
work out. Yeah.
Yes, looking from the Brazilian Tech Brazil advocates' perspectives, I think we need to have a very strong community, first of all, then connect the community, the players between each other, and try to simulate common projects between them. So, agri-tech scene with the deep tech scene in São Paulo, Rio, São José dos Campos, and others. So we are trying to see where are common perspectives with in different levels of activity. Nah?
Yeah.
First of all, and by doing this, I think we will be very, very happy. From my personal perspective, I want to support every day more and more companies from abroad that make good for people by using technology and innovation to expand here in Brazil and Latin America, and to expand Latin American companies to Europe. So I
Mhm.
think this is the approach that by building bridges between both regions, I think I can collaborate to create a better world for
Yeah, that's excellent. So basically, we want to be able to also make sure that we're the point around accessibility and inclusiveness, right? You want to be able to make it easier for everyone to enter into the tech ecosystem, and
yes,
to, it very much sounds like, and to help them navigate within it, because you're making sure it's joined up better. And
yeah,
as part of that, then you're going to grow the economy, because you're looking at the connectivity across the different states. And I
yes,
think that that's really a key message to understand. And therefore, if any businesses are trying to come into Brazil, you really
yes,
are at the heart of connecting them up to reach those markets and um,
yes, for sure.
those states, right? So I think that's excellent, because it shows how you're in the heart of it. So it's so helpful, and I'm so grateful that you are doing that, Sandra, and that we know you, that we're able to introduce others to you. So I think this video will help everyone to understand that a bit better. So with that to end, I would love to hear from you then, your call to action. What is your, what would someone considering joining the network need to do? And so how would they join? And what is it that you want to get from them and that they stand to gain? So I think those are the last
So
key messages.
yes, regarding foreigners or people that are from abroad that want to connect with the Brazilian ecosystem in order to understand, to explore, to understand a little bit more about the culture and the ways of doing business here, please connect with us because Tech Brazil Advocates is ready to offer you a bunch of materials of knowledge of success case, not so successful cases, etc., to make to help you make your mind if you are going to come to the region. From the Brazilian perspective, I think that everyone that works with technology and innovation should connect with Tech Brazil Advocates, because we establish a network of connections that is amazing. And if you think that 1,200 people are connected every day through WhatsApp, through now with a new platform that is going to be ready at the beginning of October,
Mhm.
and without bureaucracy, without n- nothing you don't need to pay anything. You
Mhm.
just arrive, and if you are positioned to contribute and to interchange ideas without um, expecting to receive money in this next minute or something like that, please connect with us. By giving, you're going to receive a lot from the
Yeah.
community, and I think it's worth it to start with the tech community, because the tech community can present you to the right players years, you are not going to lose time, your time, and you go straight forward to the people that you need to connect with in
Yeah,
order to
exactly.
do your business or whatever you want.
Excellent. So that's great to hear. So we need to be able to connect in with Tech Brazil Advocates. So we can put that into the browser on the internet and it'll come up with your web page with your connection. You're also on LinkedIn, so it's easy to connect with you there and to see the community. And then if you're in Brazil, to join your club's system that will start soon, and that they'll be able to connect in. So that's really great messaging to leave everyone with. And I thank you so much for your time and explaining everything to us and understanding how we all have a rest of the globe a lot to learn from Brazil, and also definitely a market to exploit with over 200 million in the population that I think people don't always think about as accessible as you have explained it to be. That even tech is in the hands of people that are on the street as well. They're living on the street. So I think that's really important to understand the extent of how connected Brazil actually is. So that's really great to hear. So thank you so much for your time, Sandra.
Thank you.
Speak
Thank
to
you,
you soon.
Tracy.
Thank you.